and welcome to the almighty episode 150 of the Strength Hammer podcast. That's right, we have a massive show for you where we're going to do the same exact stuff because there's no real plan.
Oh yeah, I remember now. We talked last episode about doing something with 150, and we did not.
We're going to have an episode.
I almost overhead pressed 150. I was using 70s, but
There you go. There you go.
yeah.
I barbell benched actually.
Way more than 150. I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. Man, that felt good. Actually, let's just start about that. Let's talk about that. So
Hmm.
it's been over half a year since barbell was in my routine.
That's right. Yeah.
I've started adding some deadlift days at home, and Monday, normal chest day. Usually, I was gonna go to the gym with the wife, and she wasn't feeling well, so it's like, okay, I'll go alone. I'm like, let's just do my old chest workout.
Right on. Yeah.
Felt great. Oh my gosh, I forgot how much heavy barbell work just makes everything else so meaningless
Yeah.
in your world.
100%. 100%.
It's so good. I loved it. I had a great
You feel
time.
pretty good because I saw you put 225 on.
I went up to I did sets. I did set of three, top set for 235. Sorry.
235.
Yeah, I was like, did I
That's
put
pretty
fives or tens?
impressive
I put
given
fives
that
on. Yeah.
that's awesome that you haven't touched barbell for like 6 months and you were able to do that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it felt good. 235 definitely felt like the top of,
For now.
yeah, for
Because
now, but like, yeah, it was just like, okay, that's good. Yeah, 225 is just
yeah.
still stable.
But I mean, given the stability it requires without 6 months of training, that's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Maybe you should like reintroduce it back in consistently and see if you can get the numbers higher.
I do want to get the barbells back in consistently, just in general.
Yeah.
I just got to figure out how to do that with what I'm doing with the wife because she's really enjoying it and she's starting to see improvement. So
Right.
that's it.
Right.
And it could just be that, Monday I have a workout up there and then just come home and just do a barbell chest workout myself. Like I said,
Yeah.
just add that one extra step in, or honestly, just be there and be like, hey, honey, you're gonna spot me. I know you can't, but you're gonna
Make her
watch
feel
me.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was playing around with an idea of introducing a lot more shoulder overhead press
Yeah.
with the barbell instead of a dumbbell because I usually do dumbbell because you can go lower, better for hypertrophy technically. But with the barbell, I can do it from home.
Right.
And I was thinking of doing like a German high volume training. So where you do 10 by 10,
Hmm.
but you have very short breaks in between, like 60 seconds, and you keep the volume and intensity pretty high. So I was thinking about maybe doing that for, I don't know, a month, seeing how doing like two of those workouts a week, see how my shoulders respond.
Yeah. I mean, you should.
Thinking about it.
I've always been back and forth. So obviously, the bench was always just barbell. But for the incline and the decline, it was
Mhm.
always about my mood for the day. It's like, when's the last time I did barbell? Let me do the
Yeah.
barbell. So like I never really focused on one or the other, which has always been nice because I feel like it helped my shoulders always feel good, thankfully.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, it definitely like
Do you ever go into a push day, like upper body push day, and your one shoulder kind of hurts or aches, but then when you actually start lifting heavy, the pain goes away?
I won't lie, I've never really had shoulder, so
Wow.
like I can't really relate to that.
Wow.
I've had, low back,
Dude, are
and
you
my
even a
neck.
real lifter if you don't have a bad shoulder?
I mean, yeah, because I got
No,
the
yeah, you
I
are.
got the low back.
Yeah, sure, fair enough, fair
Yeah.
enough. Because I did a easy shoulder day today, and I was going in and like, no, on the warm ups, my shoulder hurts, but then I started doing my actual sets, and the
Hmm.
shoulder pain went away.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
that
like, what's
works.
going on? What's going on? I mean, I'm happy, but
You're getting
what's
well,
happening?
you're getting blood flow to the area and it's healing.
Yeah, I mean that's very true.
So blood heals. Get blood in the area, but in the right way, not just don't just splash it on. That's corn. That's too different.
Or we could be a vampire and just
He could be a vampire and just, as the kids say, apparently.
as the kids say.
Oh, good, good, good. How's your lawn?
My lawn is good.
Good.
I was thinking about it right before the show,
Hmm.
and I heard some people cutting their lawns. I think I'll wait another day at least, maybe two, and then but not three. I think three will be too long. So Friday, Saturday is probably when I'm going to cut it.
Yeah, we're entering that phase where I'm not cutting weekly now. No
Yeah.
one's. I'm not hearing neighbors cut weekly. It's
Hmm.
kind of like every week and a half to 2 weeks right now. Like my
Really? Okay.
yeah, my yard's looking pretty fresh still.
Hmm.
Um, maybe by Sunday at the earliest, but I'll probably be midweek next week when I go out and tackle it.
I feel shamed because I have a neighbor who cuts his lawn like I think on average twice a week, regardless of the weather. I think
Hmm.
it's just his routine.
Right.
So like his lawn always looks pristine, like almost always the same height. And I'm like, my lawn is not bad, but compared to his lawn, maybe I should touch it up.
Well, listen, he's just a science-based yard cutter, whereas you're a just like a just a go bro, gym bro,
Yeah,
go,
yeah, yeah. I'm a
yard
lawn
bro.
bro.
You're a lawn bro. You just
Yeah,
go
that's
get it
right.
cut. You don't care
That's
about
right.
how or when
Just in the
timing and all
mood.
this. He has to cut it after the certain dew point hits something on a specific day because it's the
Right.
best for the growth and the way the blades will
It's part of
lay.
his programming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah. I mean, listen, just be a yard bro. Just
His
cut it when you
lawn
feel
does look
like it.
nice, not gonna lie. Like I think I've seen his lawn not be nicely cut once, and I've lived here for 4 years now.
Does he have a garden?
Yes, he
Okay.
does.
All right, there we go.
Well, yes, they have a small garden, and they also have flowers they take care of. So they
Okay.
actually do a lot outside.
Okay, there you go. I was to say if he didn't have a garden, I was gonna be like wasted potential. If you
No, they take care of their lawn and gardens,
you should cut your lawn,
flowers.
but you should not care about your lawn. That's my philosophy.
Fair enough. Fair
You should
enough.
cut it and keep it looking nice, but get rid of most of it and put it in a garden.
Very true. Very true. How's your garden doing?
Garden, no, it's so I got it all kind of trimmed down and kind of beaten back.
Good.
The plants that are there are doing well. I'm about to be way overloaded with tomatoes. I'm sure there's cucumbers
Mm,
riddled throughout it because that's just what happens.
heck yeah.
But yeah, but there is a lot of since it got away from me, a lot of I guess loss. So it's just one of those years where you put more back into the garden. I am
Sure.
planning. I'll probably end the harvest a week or two sooner than usual because what I'll do is I'll then go and get like the types of nutrients I want to put it in, and I'll till the soil before winter sets in, so
Sure.
it can be really like ready to go next year.
Cool. Do you think it's just because like it's just the season that worked out that way, or because you were busy? Why do you think?
Honestly, a lot of stuff I think my corn rotted in the ground because of all the rain
Mm,
we had,
ah,
and when I planted it, because it was just there was so much rain that I think some of it has to do with that, but I wasn't able to give it the care I needed to kind of get it through some of the rough spots too. Like some stuff's always just gonna grow, no matter what I do to it. Like tomatoes and beans and all that sort of stuff. Onions were great, but um, I keep trying to do different plants too, and sometimes it's great,
sure. See
sometimes it
what
doesn't work.
sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't do any pumpkins this year for the first time and
Mm,
since my garden started, which is odd, but
mm. Yeah. Maybe it's time to throw pumpkins back in.
I might have to because my one neighbor up the road they have pumpkins and they're huge already. I'm like, whoa,
That's awesome.
nice. Well, with that, you know what we could talk about? Speaking of pumpkins,
Uh-huh. What can we talk about, Chuck?
let's talk about how we can use. I call it the pre in fall. There's pumpkin pie, right?
Okay,
That's
okay.
that's what you want to eat every single day. But unfortunately, you have to have the pre-pumpkin pie meal, which is called dinner.
Ah, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to talk about dinner, our choices in
Very
dinner,
good.
some healthy dinner options, maybe some of our bad dinner options, kind of what our
Okay,
usual routine is and how we focus
sure.
on it. Which, if you've been following along at home, Alex crushes breakfast. I'm very simple. Lunch is pretty even keeled, and then
Hmm.
dinner you're gonna see. I'm gonna take control on the choices and the options. I wonder if this has to do with the fact that I'm married and you're not. So
Yeah.
I I could eat the same thing every single day of my life.
Oh,
Let's be
100%.
real. Yeah. You want to
100%.
yeah.
The
But
the most nice the nicest dinners I have is when I go out and eat with my married friends. That's when I
yeah.
actually have like, oh, there was roasted potatoes and broccoli with parmesan and ham. That's is delightful.
I just realized that could be a very big sign of it. I'm curious out there, everybody in the comments, if you're this isn't the show, if you're single, do you eat the same meals for like lunches and dinners all the time? And if you're married, do you do the same?
Yeah.
Because while I can, I don't think my wife would put up with that long.
Oh no, 100%. And it's also, I mean, the thing is, like tomorrow, later this week, I'm gonna have dinner with my family, right?
Oh,
And we're
right,
gonna
yeah.
have nice dinner. We're gonna sit down, but it is just like, and I think dinner is very helpful for that, like community.
Yes.
How was your day? Talk. If you were busy, if you have jobs, you're doing whatever throughout the day. This is the time to sit down and communicate with each other. Invest in each other's lives, love on each other. But if I'm just me, right, with my cats, I'm just gonna eat whatever, right? For
Yeah.
me, it's just a meal. It's not a social thing. So I think that's the big difference.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense because yeah, it's just calories you need to put into your body and the nutrients you need right now, and then
That's
to get
right.
back to what you want to do because
Exactly. I might play a video game, might do some hobby, workout,
I
whatever it is.
mean,
Yeah.
I've eaten while playing video games. It's like, yeah,
Yeah. That might be happening today.
eat on the treadmill. There you go.
I've done that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't run when
Don't
you use the
know.
treadmill, but walk. Yeah, I have a table. I will walk, watch a show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good time. Good
done
time.
it before.
All right. Well, for dinner, I guess just Alex, since yours is a little more simpler for us, what is your standard dinner look like? For you can give me the bulk and the cut version if you'd like.
So if you've listened to the lunch episode, it's either that,
Okay.
right? So a protein plus a carb plus a vegetable. It may be a sandwich, it may be a actual meal, or it may be something super simple.
Okay.
For example, earlier this week, I had high protein cereal for dinner.
Dinner. Dinner's a good
That was my
option.
dinner, right?
No, not
So I had
bad.
high
Yeah.
protein cereal for dinner. I think I had some fruit afterwards and some chocolate and some decaf coffee. That was my dinner, right? Because it was enough protein, enough carbs, all of that. Today, I am kind of feeling like ramen noodles. So I
Okay.
have a high protein ramen noodles. I mentioned previously in the
Yep.
podcast. I'm kind of on a kick with them right now because they're like $1.50 a pack, 300 calories, 20 grams of protein. I'm probably going to throw either a couple eggs or a chicken in there. Maybe have some yogurt afterwards to get the protein up a little bit. And I kind of am feeling like that because I already had sandwiches for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling like that might be my dinner. It really is sporadic, right? As long as it has protein, as long as it's relatively healthy, as long as it's has some vegetables and or fruit,
Yep.
that's usually what I'm doing. So super flexible.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, you'll see mine's. We have what we like, so it's very similar. Like I said, this is our biggest meal of the day because I rarely skip breakfast, but I can.
Mhm.
If I'm gonna skip a meal, it's usually lunch. Um,
Oh, okay, interesting.
like just in general, like I can just ignore lunch most of the time, but dinner I can't.
Sure,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, it's main protein, a little bit of carbs, and some vegetables. So of some variety mixed in there. So our favorite right now, just to we each get a chicken breast. Usually right now it's summer, so we'll do sweet corn, either corn on the cob or just something that we get from the bag, you microwave and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah,
and usually some sort of rice.
yep.
Our favorite is usually basmati or like a tiki masala, like a little bit of flavor. Um, and then another option, we'll do salmon. Same
Oh,
thing, a
yeah.
rice option, and then usually we'll try and do more of a green
Mhm.
type vegetable with that, like Brussels sprouts, peas, things like that. Now that's also pretty typical. Now my favorite, Taco Tuesdays,
That's right.
because we go get a nice lean cut of beef, get some flour tortilla shells, a little bit of cheese. We have salsa, but it's and then lots of lettuce and sometimes cut up a tomato and all that. So, but like that one's
Yeah,
probably the
pretty
least
healthy.
healthy. Well, it's
Well, I
healthy.
don't know.
It's I think protein's probably not the main amount of calories in that meal because you're cooking. We try to drain the oil and try and keep it as healthy as possible, but it's kind of a treat. But it's also one of the best. Obviously, there's rice in there too, but it's the best
Oh,
for lunches for the next day.
I feel like, tacos, it depends how you make them, right? So, like, if you get super lean,
Yeah,
ground beef, like 97.3, that's super lean. 93.7 is even pretty good.
yeah.
And they also make like low carb tortillas, right?
I've tried the low carb tortillas. I won't lie, hate them.
Yeah. So yeah, with those you kind of have to try different brands because I've had low carb wraps or tortillas, which is
Hmm.
just like garbage, tastes like cardboard, and I've had ones where like you toast them a little bit and they're pretty good.
Toasted's good. The one thing too with the seasoning on the taco, honestly, everybody out there, get always buy the low sodium seasoning. I
Yeah,
taste zero difference between that and the high
yeah,
sodium.
yeah, good as well.
But generally speaking, like that's kind of what the meals are going for. We do a fish, we do chicken. We usually don't do pork. We don't hate pork, but pork's not my favorite.
Yeah, is I like never buy pork. The only time I eat pork is bacon if I buy it, or if like my mom makes some and she gives me some leftovers.
Yeah, yeah, sausage or things like
Yeah,
that.
sausage. Is pork cheaper than beef?
I don't know.
Yeah, I never buy it,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
it's yeah, unless usually it's a breakfast option for me. I
Yeah,
will say this, my Wednesday club night is always hit or miss. That's the wild card meal for me.
sure,
So
sure.
if that's the cheat meal for the week, that's the cheat meal for the week, which sometimes
Right.
it's like it's just bratwurst.
Yeah,
We
pizza.
always buy quality stuff when we're doing it.
Sure.
Sometimes it's cheeseburgers, it's
Right, right.
um other times it's better than I can cook because of some of the people there that cook.
Mhm.
But really, I think the big focus that you've seen from all this is focus on the protein as always.
Yeah.
And
Protein first.
protein first. And then vegetables. I think
Yep.
vegetables in the evening are so much better as long as you find a vegetable that's you can digest okay, that you're not getting
Mhm.
like I'll stay away from broccoli in the evening because it gets me a little
Yes.
gassy.
Yes, yes.
But a vegetable will definitely help keep you full with that protein throughout the whole night. Cause
Oh, for sure.
yeah, because or keep a little yogurt on hand for that
Mhm.
little late night craving because a high protein yogurt is probably
Yeah,
a good choice. That's what I go for usually.
that's really good. I mean, you nailed two really good advice. Uh, Vegetables are easy to eat with dinner,
Yes.
right? Because don't have to stink up your office if you're bringing it up with you. It's easier to cook. You have more time to prepare a meal. And yes, after dinner, high protein snack is best
Yeah.
because protein typically is not going to affect your digestion too much, but also keeping you relatively full,
Hmm.
right? You don't want to have a lot of carbs before going to bed. Fat is not a bad idea. It just depends how much you eat. Because if
Sure.
you eat too much, it's going to be you just feel heavier and can affect your sleep negatively. So protein is always a good idea. Uh, Something like Greek yogurt,
Yep.
phenomenal. Cottage cheese, protein shake. I'll do those. So yeah, really, really
I would
good
say
options.
the if I'm ever gonna do a late night carb type thing, it's usually gonna be like a banana
Yeah,
or
like
some
a
apple
fruit.
slice.
Yeah,
It'll be fruit specific.
yeah.
Not saying like dinner's the time where if I'm gonna have that sweet treat for the day, if I'm gonna have that ice cream cone, if I'm gonna have like
Sure,
those,
sure. I hear
that,
you.
that chocolate chip cookie, it will be after dinner.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I don't like to do it throughout the rest of the day, but dinner time, absolutely. Like I said, my dinner is always like that's. I think I probably do probably close to half of my calories is probably from dinner because
That
like
makes sense.
I said, my breakfast and lunch not so much, like as far as heaviness, but like my dinner's always heavier. And like I
Yeah,
said,
I think it's normal.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, and it's like I'm not. I guess the other thing too with dinner, it can be hard, but you know, try to eat well before going to bed.
Yeah,
Like the time,
100%. That's a good advice.
yeah, you don't want to be digesting while you're trying to go to sleep. Um, that's the other thing too. But also, you don't want an empty stomach. That's why having that little yogurt as that backup.
Yep.
I gotta go to bed in a half hour, and my stomach is hungry for some
Yep.
reason.
Yep.
That's when you bring in the yogurt, get you through.
Yep. It really depends on the person. I can go to bed hungry. I don't have a problem. I mean, I've had a late night snack. I don't remember, maybe like a week ago, and that's when I had a protein shake. But I almost never have late night snacks because, like, if I'm hungry, it doesn't really affect me too much. But
Yeah,
if it does affect your sleep and you can't fall asleep, or you're thinking about food, or you're thinking what you're gonna eat in the morning, can't fall asleep, yeah, get a snack.
yeah,
Get a snack with you. Otherwise, a good rule of thumb is about 2 hours before bed, right?
yeah,
If you have to, an hour is okay, an hour and a half. But if you can shoot for 2 hours, so if you eat it, go to bed at 10, be done eating by 8, at least the biggest meal of the day.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm usually it's no later than 7 o'clock. Like I said, Wednesdays are the weird nights because sometimes we don't cook till like
Sure,
9:30, and
yes.
it's. But sometimes also, Alex, I just eat before I go over,
Yeah, yeah, I
and I
totally hear
just
you.
don't eat there.
Just like maybe have a snack there with
Yeah,
everybody
exactly.
else. Yeah, no, and the reason for it is it can actually do two things. one, it could prevent you from falling asleep, right? Because all of
Yes.
a sudden you have a just burst of energy, you have food, you digest it, right? Or you can, if you eat a lot, it can actually make you sluggish and you might go to sleep easier, but then you're not going to get good quality of sleep because you're digesting all that food
Right.
throughout the night.
And
Yeah,
there's people too with your digestion. Like my body will just digest still throughout the night. It's fine.
sure,
But there's other
sure.
people that when they go to bed, the digestion just kind of chills out
Yeah.
because the whole body's resting for them because I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know why. I don't know the science of that, but my wife, if she goes to bed with too much food in her stomach, it's just not going through. Whereas
Yeah.
I'll wake up and be like, time to go.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely have good digestion, you
Yes.
and I. Uh, and yes, and one more thing is if you have any kind of reflux, going to bed on a full stomach is a super bad idea. Just
Yes.
logically, you're laying down, you're flat, gravity's not really doing its work, so all that citric acid, all that not citric acid, gastric acid,
Yeah.
will come back up and cause the damage that it does.
Well, my wife has a little bit. We're good at not eating late, but she still has the acid reflux. So
Yep.
you can buy wedge pillows. So she's always on an
Mhm.
incline, like a slight
Yep.
incline. But
Yeah, typically with them, it's like 3, 4 hours before bed is a recommendation not to
yeah,
eat, which is unfortunate. It really sucks, right?
yeah,
But it's better than having reflux all night.
for sure, for sure. Now I guess yeah, protein, vegetable, biggest focus. I think
Yep.
chicken, corn, uh, fish, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, peas, salad. I guess let's do maybe our two opposites. So what's our most regular, I guess, lowest calorie dinner we might do just to mix it up
Sure. Yeah.
versus our most caloric dense dinner we might have, not necessarily cut or bulk, just in general, and not even full cheat mode, just like
Sure.
I'm willing to put on a few extra calories tonight just to, and then maybe I'll slim it off a little bit tomorrow. But what's your lightest dinner you'll have regularly,
Yeah. I like this
semi regularly?
dinner. I like roasting vegetables.
Hmm.
So, and if I don't roast vegetables, I'll have a frozen vegetable bag, which I'll microwave and then I'll cook on the skillet a little bit.
Nice. Yep, yep.
Yeah, it works really well. Like, takes 10 minutes. You can do a couple bags at a time. So you have 2 meals. So that's not a lot of calories, but a lot of volume.
Hmm.
And then a protein of choice, usually chicken, maybe sometimes beef, maybe sometimes turkey. And usually some kind of, if I'm trying to be lean, I'll get like a sugar-free sauce or low calorie sauce like
Yeah.
mustard or honey mustard or what's that fancy mustard with grounds in it?
Dijon.
Dijon mustard, yep, would be good. And or like a sugar-free ketchup, sugar-free barbecue sauce. If I'm trying to be like, hey, I only have 300 calories, 400 calories left for dinner, but I need to feel full, that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
So vegetables plus lean protein plus low calorie dressing.
I mean, mine's gonna be very similar, just mixed up differently. I'll go with the salad option.
Hmm.
And that's from my time whenever I was in like wrestling and I could just eat as much salad as I want. It's like, yeah, I could
Yes.
pack away salad, some grilled chicken usually on there, or just like kind of
Yep.
pan seared on there, like not seared, but pan cooked.
Hmm.
Um, and then a little bit of cheese, like just a little bit of
Sure.
cheese, and then
Yep.
yeah, I really like vinaigrette dressings,
Yeah.
like those types of ones. I've done oil based. I don't really like ranch that much, but like the vinaigrettes, I really like, and that's enough flavor, and I'll just enjoy that. Obviously put in some tomatoes,
Hmm.
maybe some cucumbers. So yeah, a lot of vegetables is gonna be like the low calorie
Vegetables
meal
and
options.
protein, right? Vegetables
Yeah,
and protein, and then pick a dressing or a sauce that's lower calorie.
I have done. This is like I want to say it's more like college level type meal, but make a salad. Don't feel like cooking chicken, so grab like the turkey sandwich meat
Oh yeah, yeah,
and just and just
yeah.
shred it up and just put it in
Oh,
there. I'm
I've
like,
done that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah.
good.
No,
That's so
that
good.
works so well. Throw a couple boiled eggs in there, some cheese.
That's
It's good
true.
stuff.
Beets, never forget the beets.
Beets. Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
very good.
all right. What's your most caloric dense meal you'll have regularly then? Or semi
That's
regularly?
yeah. A whole medium frozen pizza, thin crust.
Okay. See, whenever we do pizza here, we do the thin crust California.
Yep.
Because I looked half a pizza, which is all I eat at most, still only 400 calories.
Yeah,
That's good.
and a full pizza is 800 calories, right? So it's
Yeah.
like it's if I'm feeling like if I have, and my dinner is typically not a biggest meal of the day, so if I have maintenance, 2,700 calories,
It's
right? 800-calorie dinner is super. I mean, that's probably
no,
lower
no.
than average for most people, right?
Yeah, like so honestly, like we'll do the pizza semi-rotation because yeah,
Yeah,
400 calories isn't bad to do.
yeah.
My caloric dense one, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna probably want to go get it tonight. I know it's gonna happen. Sushi.
Oh, I could have guessed that. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
love sushi. I mean, it's protein. It's salty. It's rice. It's
It's
everything.
I've
I
seen
love it.
this. I'll poorly describe this meme. So there is a bit from Family Guy where one of the characters, I don't even know them, is talking to this girl and he's like, "My favorite thing about you is how you're at least 18 years old."
Oh, Quagmire.
And
It's Quagmire. Yeah.
it's Quagmire, okay. And I saw this bit where somebody's talking to Sushi, and it's like, "My favorite thing about you is how you're low calorie and high protein." And Sushi replies, "But I'm not. My favorite thing about you is that you're low calorie and high protein."
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's not. People think it's low calorie and high protein. It is healthy, 100% is healthy
Mhm.
if you get like authentic sushi. But yeah, it's not.
It's
It's
great ingredients, but it's calories.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And to be fair, my favorite is usually the grilled eel, which has a
Mm,
sweet sauce. So guess what? That's
yeah.
just more calories I'm getting in.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, it's a great bulking food, pretty
Yes.
good on maintenance even, but on a cut, it's definitely a treat.
No, yeah. Well, I'm not on the cut, so I might do sushi
Yeah, no,
tonight.
yeah, you just hey, why not?
I haven't
You're
done it.
maintaining. That's
Yeah,
great.
actually, I haven't done it in a while. Um, all right, perfect. Well, with that, maybe I. Oh, nah, we're not gonna talk dessert next week. We'll figure out a new topic for next week. Something about
Okay,
fitness again. Um,
sure.
so let's move over. You sent me some hobby pictures. Although
Yeah,
you sent me a picture of a cart. Should we bring that up before we switch off?
sure, sure.
All right, what's
That
this?
was just
This is still food related. What's this cart?
dude.
How's this hobby?
It's I literally just wanted to share this to not go to shop hungry
Oh
because
yeah,
I literally went to the store to get Greek yogurt and a treat.
I see a little bit of Greek yogurt right there, right in the middle
Yep,
here.
yep. I was gonna get Greek yogurt. I needed to get milk, and I wanted to get a treat. So, because I didn't have any treats in the house, and for a few days I was craving a treat, but I didn't have anything in the house. I just didn't
Okay.
have. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get. So I got the ice cream, I got the
Yep.
M&Ms, the
Yep.
family size, and then I got Greek yogurt and milk, and then everything else. And I was like, oh, I need this, I need this, I need this. Oh, I want this. So yeah, I ended up spending a ton of money buying a bunch of stuff I don't need, and now I have to eat it all because before it goes bad.
Hey,
But yeah, that's don't go to the store. I know this. I tell this to my clients. Everybody knows this. Your mom has told you this 1,000 times.
we've all screwed it up. I've screwed it up before.
But yeah, don't go to the store hungry. Eat a meal first, then get stuff.
Yeah, I will shout out to the whole watermelon.
Oh yeah,
Me and the wife have been on a big watermelon kick. Um, we usually buy them pre-cut because they're so cheap, pre-cut even.
yeah, sure, sure.
We've probably eaten like a watermelon and a half in a week.
Yeah,
It's just really good right now.
yeah, it's
Season.
super good. I was
Yeah.
surprised. I mean, that whole watermelon, it was huge. It was only $5.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's four, five, six servings of watermelon I'm gonna have.
Exactly. Especially since this is where the bachelor life kicks in. You could just sit
Oh yeah,
in your underpants
oh
with a
yeah,
spoon and half a watermelon and be like, hell yeah.
yeah. No, it's a good time.
Living
It's
the
a good
life.
time.
All right. Let's look at some of the hobby Alex that's going on here.
Sure.
So some green.
Yeah, yeah. I started putting some green on the zombie side, the 500 points out of the 1,000 points of the zombie side Warhammer Vampire Counts army I'm working
hmm
on.
hmm
It's taking a long time. I'm just putting 20, 30 minutes here and there. But yeah, I got green on one unit, and now I have two more units I need to put green on. But yeah, just slowly chipping away at them. Nothing fancy.
Nice. I like it. And then did you finish up Manslayer already?
I did finish up Mansley
Oh,
already. Yeah, yeah, it was very, very good read, very fun. Um, trying to think because I already started. I'm already halfway through the next book, the Elf Slayer.
nice.
They're so easy to read. I
They
mean,
are.
it's literally they. It feels like a mix between playing a video game and watching like an action movie.
Well, I think the thing is too, like your hardest switch was switching to Nathan Long as the author, but once you know
Yeah.
their style, it's just you just
Oh, it's
fall into
great.
a rhythm. It's
Oh,
great.
yeah. It's different, but it's good.
Yes.
It's like it's like switching from ice cream to M&Ms. It's like they're both great.
Yeah.
Like I would choose both of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, really enjoyed it. Manslayer was really good. I
Mm-hmm.
think I think the villains weren't quite as crazy as the last book, but they
You
were
yeah, you gotta have the ebbs and flows because Gotrek and Felix doesn't continuously escalate.
right. You can't because
You can't.
otherwise you'd be fighting God by the end of
Yeah,
it, right? Yeah, we don't want to do that. So yeah, the villains were kind of forgettable. That's why I'm having trouble remembering
sure.
them.
Yeah,
But the story was great. I
yeah.
mean, that it literally felt like you are like leveling up and progressing from different levels in a game. They were also different and very creative. So
I remember
very
whenever I was thinking back, when did I start this? So back when the MMO was coming out, the Age of Reckoning, that's where
mm,
I got into it. And, I worked in an office job, is like an internship, you know, pre-college and all that, or in college and all that. But I remember I would read usually a book a day and a half, and I'd go on lunch break to buy the next one. It was just nonstop. I could
yeah,
not put them down.
yeah.
You're kind of,
You
yeah,
could read those books if you have time. You could read this book in a day. I mean, it's
and they're
they're
work,
so
and you're engrossed too. That's the best part.
yeah. Yeah, like you, like last night I was reading the Elf Slayer, and I'm like, I need to close this because otherwise I'm going to keep reading it,
Yeah,
and then I'm going to stay up for another hour.
yeah.
Because I'm going to read 2 pages, and I'm like 7 pages, and I'm like, okay, Alex, you have to put it away
Hmm.
and go to bed. You have to wake up. But yeah, very very good. I would say I already know that I'm enjoying the current one, Elf Slayer, even more
Hmm. Yeah.
than Manslayer, which is a good sign that they're not getting worse; they're getting better. Yeah, it's a good time. It's just consistently consistently delivers.
Yep.
I did reflect recently on some of the AOS Godric and Felix books, and even though some of the last ones were not that great, I do remember the first few books were actually pretty darn great.
They were. I mean, I encountered them when they came out when a Brian Blessed it was just an audio drama.
Right.
I did go back and buy I went back and bought the version that was the script written out as a book for the first one.
Hmm, interesting.
And then they finally went back a year after that and made it into prose, so like a written story. So
Okay.
I have had both of those and gone through them. So
Hmm.
yeah, they're great. Um, to me, it's all about Malineth. I'm still working through Vermin Slayer right now with the latest one, but like I said, it's not like it was where I can't stop reading it. Like I'll
Yeah.
go a couple days, I won't read a chapter, then I'll read a chapter, and it's like
Yeah.
I'm not forgetting it, which is the best part. Like it's a memorable story so far.
Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah. I think honestly, once I make it through the Gotcha Felix books, I think I'm gonna eventually restart the Gotcha books
Just
in Age of Sigmar because especially the first few books.
a lot
Uh,
more. Yeah.
I don't want to throw too many spoilers, but because there's much more context
Yes.
with the first few books, which I had very surface level knowledge before.
Yeah.
So I would like to, because there's characters that I remember them talking about in AOS books, which I wasn't really familiar with. So
Yeah. No,
I'm
it's
excited
it's
for it.
yeah, that the first with Malneth, there's a lot more to that. They're slowly doing slightly less. It's still there because it has to be for Gotrek, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's worth
yeah,
it to just continue on and pick back up.
yeah.
Let's see. I have some hobby too. I'll talk about because me and Neil have a lot of news to catch up on. There's actually some
Ooh,
Warhammer news.
very
Uh,
good.
Shout out to everybody else who listened to the last podcast where I'm in a rut. I'm still in a rut, but I'm doing stuff, and I'm at
Great,
least more excited because some of the stuff coming out. So,
good.
yep.
Your rat looks more impressive than most people's regular hobby life. So you're fine.
I know, I know, I know, I know. All right, well, hobby for me. So I painted up the Porta John for the Caradron Overlords.
I did see that. I saw on your Instagram. I don't know if I commented, but I was so tempted to comment that Porta John looks great.
You
But
should because I don't
I
know the
should
real
have.
name of this thing, even though I bought it and painted it.
I didn't want to crap on it, because you did a good job painting it, but
Oh no,
it
it's
does
I
look
mean,
so much like Porta John.
well the thing is too, my color scheme is blue. like
Yeah,
like a porta john. So
like a
you
Porta
make
John.
something
Yeah,
that's shaped like a porta john in the sky. I'm painting it
yeah.
blue like a porta john because it matches my army. I'm like,
Well,
it's
do you know what it's supposed to be?
so what it is. So there is actually a Caradron inside of it. It's a floating platform. It's the terrain piece for them, the terrain feature. So what it is a little bomb things around it. There's one that's a bomb. There's one that's like can kill manifestations, and the other one I
Hmm.
think kind of might obscure some shooting or something. I forget what it does, but those
Okay.
the platform stays still, but those other things can go out.
Hmm.
And
Neat.
if like the bomb's gonna blow up, and the other ones, if they get killed, you can bring it back from the place here
Hmm.
because they're constantly generating more of them. So
Okay.
the concept of it is great. The model does look fantastic, but it does look like a really cool Sigmar Portageon.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's a crappy model at all. I love it. It was fun to build and paint, and I like the
Sure.
style of it. But, I'm not sure when I'm going to play my KO again, but I'm happy I have this one. It was a good one.
Is there actually a Caradron inside? Like, can you open it?
No, you can't open it.
Ah,
But
would
like
have been really
in the
cool.
story, there's one inside. He's the one like pulling all the levers. There's a
Gotcha. Would have been so much cooler if you know how like with the knights you can like
oh yeah.
open the hatch and you can open the hatch and there's Caradron sitting there.
But it's funny because there's a door obviously for him to get in and out of, but there's
Right.
also like extra beer mugs and stuff you can have. So like I have like two
Sure.
thrown outside, like he finished those beer and he just chucked them out the
Sure.
window.
That's awesome. That's great. I love that.
It's like jokes aside, this looks like a porta john because it's just funny. No, it's a great model. I love it.
Sure. Sure.
And it's the only terrain feature so far in Sigmar that I go, yeah, this makes sense.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Now for something else, what I'm currently working on is the manifestations for Ideneth.
It's big.
It's real
The
big.
fish thing's huge.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very big. It was funny because it really wasn't that hard to put together.
Hmm.
The two tentacles on the side were one piece, and then wasn't a ton of pieces. I thought it'd be more pieces for the big guy here in the center.
Oh, fair enough.
Actually, let's see. Still working on it, but like it's got a lot more color on it now. It's gonna be done by tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got to wait for things to dry.
Is it the same base as the bone dragon thing? What it was called?
Oh, the same thing, same as the death, same as like a mega gargant.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's big.
it's a big
That's
base. I think it's as tall as the baby giants in Sigmar.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah. Are the tentacles part of the same like
yeah,
manifestation when you summon it?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So like there's two individual tentacles. I don't
That's
know the
cool.
rules exactly on it.
Sure.
As I've said before, if as much as I don't like manifestations or the terrain features, I'm going to buy them if I have the army, just
Yeah.
because they are neat, like as far as a model goes, always,
Yeah.
and they're typically harder to get once they go out of stock.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
I have it, I want to have. And to be fair, whenever I'm playing Sigmar, I just run the army manifestations. I don't care
Sure.
what's good. I like what I
Sure.
like.
And
Um,
they're cool. Like it's a part of uh AOS that's unique to AOS.
oh yeah,
So I honestly don't mind it.
I don't mind the concept. I mind the execution right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Because they can
God,
be
yeah.
they
They're
can
such hit or miss.
they're very hit or miss.
Yeah.
And when one's a hit, it's just way too much of a hit.
Yeah.
That's fine. But like models are gorgeous. Like I said, I
Mhm.
love building and painting that KO one. I'm enjoying this one immensely. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, and I think
Oh, I like it.
hopefully when they come out with a Daughters of Cain one, it's cool. I hope it doesn't suck as far as looks. We have manifestations. We don't have a terrain feature.
Oh, that one is terrain feature for Ideneth.
No, that's manifestation,
Oh,
but
okay.
I
Okay.
didn't have the boat. There we have.
That's right. They do have the boat.
And
That's
the
right.
track record of this edition seems to be if you don't have one, you're probably getting at least one of them.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
I could see. No, they're probably gonna come out with something for cities. I think cities and Daughters of Cain will be the last ones that don't have them.
Cities don't have anything.
As
Yeah.
far as what I've owned as armies,
Well, cities don't have anything, right?
no, because they are kind of
No.
the universal humans, so they're probably
Ooh,
reliant.
man.
Yeah,
A giant cannon would be awesome. I know we already have a giant cannon, but an even bigger cannon.
well, actually, would be more cool if you remember back to the story. Everybody, there's like, wow, we're getting to the Warhammer talk quick. The when Marathi took over Anvilgard, Harkonnen, there was a giant mechanical like walker that they pulled out that she had to fight and kill, like in her snake form. That would be crazy. That would be cooler than a
we
big
have
cannon.
mechs. We
But
have Gundams.
It was like a walking steam tank that was bigger. I think that's kind of the concept. That would be kind of cool
That's
to
pretty
see.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be fun too. But also,
that'd be really fun.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just Sigmar. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, fair enough.
But if you want to,
Or like a watchtower could be fun, where you can like actually hide a 20-man unit or something. or 10-man unit?
No, because you'll abuse that. And I won't want to play you that in that army ever again.
Dude,
I
I
know
already
you.
don't play OS.
You'll find out. You'll be like, all right, I'll play this. And I'll be like, I hate this. I hate everything about this, Alex.
Mm,
But if you want to hang out for Old World chat, everybody, stay tuned for me and Neil because there's gonna be a lot of Old World chat in the second half of this podcast.
let's go.
All right, everybody. Alex, thank you for being here. You were clearly here for all 150 episodes. Don't go back and fact check that. I'm not gonna do that. But you were here for the 150. That's what matters.
That's right. OG.
OG. All right. Alex, we'll see you next week. Everybody, I'll see you all in a few seconds. And I am back with a very handsome man who's returned from the grave. That's right. He almost died. He had a fever of like 99.6. No, I don't know. He actually was sick.
It was a close one, man. It was touch and go for a while, but it's
He survived.
here we are. Got the constitution of a bull.
Of a shoot. Papa Nurgle's been resisted or embraced. I don't know. Whatever. You do you, Neil. It's good to have you back.
It's hard to say.
Oh, so how's things been? How have you been?
I've been good. I've been pretty good. I got. I know I'm just launching into this, but I did get my 3/4 of my lawn mowed, so that was good.
Ooh.
Before the rain started kicking through, my backyard didn't touch that, so we got a little mullet situation going on here. But it's all right. That's what the homeowners association. I can slip by them. Only my immediate neighbors know otherwise.
Yeah, but you know what? I bet. Do you drive around theirs? Like they might maul it sometimes too. You guys have big yards, so I could see that being a regular thing.
Yeah. You wouldn't think half an acre. You'd be like, oh, that's manageable. But that's a good hour and a half.
Yeah,
it's a good.
I could see like your neighbors like, oh, we're having a party this weekend. Go tell Neil to mow his backyard. Like, no, we'll just set the table out in a balloon. He'll get the idea. Well, it's like little subtle signs. Hey, I need you to cut the back this week.
Both of my neighbors would not be having parties. They are very, very much keep to themselves kind of people. So
well, then there you go. Let the grass grow. Like hide it. It's privacy lawn.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah, because it's Neil also has another not struggle, but something I don't have to deal with. But Neil has to deal with back to school for the family. So he's going through that right now.
Yep.
he's tearing up. You can see how sad he is. Summer's over.
Yeah. Get him the hell out of here. That's. I don't know if they know this, but I'm selling the house immediately when they graduate, and probably moving to Atlantic Canada. I don't know. It looks nice. Was watching the show. I was like, man, that's beautiful.
Hey.
And you know what? It's cold, and I love the cold. I hate this heat. Summer's almost done. Thank Christ. Let's get into fall where we make our money, where we make our living.
Neil, just remember, I'd love to have you out here, be with the barn. There's houses out here available, and hopefully the market keeps self-correcting. I don't know if it is. I don't pay attention right now.
And now is not the time to sell for me.
Yeah, no, that would not be good. But it's nice to have you back. Everybody listening is probably hats in the air. They're hooping and hollering. Like we don't have to listen to Chuck be sad and mopey because he's tired. So today, we've done the lawn talk. Like I said, my lawn I already talked about with Alex. It's good. Actually, I just went out back because I had a small bag of trash from the bathroom to take out, and it's been beautiful all day. I opened the door and it's just pouring rain, and I've been kind of in the basement hobbying, like waiting for the recording of this. I have no idea what's going on outside. Like blinds are closed. I was like, what is going on? I was like, okay. So glad the lawn's good because probably gonna have weeds tomorrow now that it's raining.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Yeah, they won't stop. But besides lawn talk, you didn't send me any hobby pictures, but you have been ill and busy with all the fun of life. Any hobby as of late that you're working on?
Yeah, I'm actually doing a commission. I'm doing the new zombie dragon. And while I do, obviously it's a commission. I do not own the model. It's actually been really kind of cool to get my hands on it and to paint that model and everything. It is, when I first looked at it, I'm like, it's not that much of an upgrade of the old one. I mean, it's pretty damn similar, honestly. I'm like, do we really need this? I don't know if we did. yeah, it's a good model. It's a really good model. So, and it's like, the scale creep and I don't know, when I'm making my old world models and I'm printing them out, maybe some people poo poo my increasing to like 10 to 12%.
Right.
But you look at the size of the vampire on top of the dragon.
Is he like
This guy's like ogre size, man.
is he taller than a
He is
Stormcast?
enormous. Like even like take him off the throne. This guy is big.
Okay.
So I feel vindicated. Like if you want to keep up the scale creep, you got to do it. So
I want to go backwards. Just let's scale down. Let's get super. Let's
you
go
want
down.
to get back to miniatures instead of whatever this is. So,
Yeah, I do. No, let's go smaller. Go even smaller. Like the pendulum has to swing back harder each time. That's how it's
what's
not.
what's the old one? The 10 millimeter. Game?
War Master.
War Master. Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Do some War Master. That'd be fun. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Did you build the kit or did you just paint it?
Oh no, I told John, I was just like, well, if you'd like to build that for me, buddy, I'll get it done a lot quicker. So he's very keen to build it for me. Dropped it off at the house the one day. Just dropped it off yesterday actually, and I've already got the dragon pretty well painted up. And
Nice.
Now we're on to the rider, and I'm hoping to have it done by this weekend. And the last time I painted and stuff for him, if you've been following this podcast for a while, you'll know that it took months for me to get these commissions done. And John's probably the nicest guy I think I've ever met on planet Earth.
Yes, 100%.
And so he's very forgiving of that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But also, I feel bad. So I'm just like, we're going to do the polar opposite. This time I'm going to practically give it back to you on the same day that you give it to me. So.
There you go. I was kind of curious how the build would be on that because the most modern thing I've built in quite a while for Games Workshop was the Grand Cathay army, and that wasn't pleasant.
I don't know.
So I'm not sure if it was just that army or if the complexity has just scaled up remarkably so with everything. I don't know. I guess I should say I just did build the KO terrain feature. That wasn't bad. And then the Idoneth thing that I'm working on right now, like that's not bad either. But again, they're manifestations in terrain. They're supposed to be simpler, I suppose.
I can remember KO models not being the most pleasurable thing in the world. Speaking of going back in scale and everything, head, torso, legs, and arms. Let's get back to that, can we?
Mm-hmm.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
Simpler times. The plastic glue would last you forever, and I don't know.
Well,
you're saving so much time in your hobby. So,
well, as I sent you a picture from Facebook earlier, and I won't be showing it here, just out of courtesy. There may be a certain dragon that's already in STL form that looks really, really close to what's we're going to talk about tonight, and I'm just like, I mean, Games Workshop. If people are gonna somehow get that quickly at this point, just make your lives easier. Don't just you can phone it in on a couple of armies. Hand, torso, legs. Let's move on of our day. Let's have a great time. Let's do other stuff.
Right. 100%. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Make life easier on yourself. Goodness. I feel like there's still a place for that, at least in line troopers. I don't know. But
yeah.
You can't deny, though. I mean, those models, I'll keep saying this to GW, still crushing on the model front, still got the best models, hands down. It's not close. And then just painting that zombie dragon is enough to see that, so they're still killing it.
Oh, yeah. No, they're absolutely crushing it. I said, what's the Khorne Underworld's warband is like the only rare miss we've seen, at least on the fantasy side, which is like, okay.
Warren.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I still haven't seen somebody take it, and because maybe it's the paint job. You always have to be ready. Like it could just be like a paint job doesn't jive with those models. You need someone else to do it.
Well, let me say this: it's not. I will always give GW on the quality of their miniatures, on their artistic license.
Fair.
That's a different story. Yeah, those recent Sky Dwarves that were just put out.
Oh yeah, they were little.
Just dumb. And I am an aficionado of the Caratron Overlords, but yeah, those will not be seeing their way into my collection. I hated the guy, the Khorne guy that was etching stuff in a stone.
Oh yeah,
what was his blood ritual guy, whatever the hell his name is. No, hated that guy, and that Khorne warband. They've been striking out on Khorne, I feel like lately, but
I don't know the new Khorne hero. While it's like okay, sure, it's just a hero. He's pretty good. I thought he was pretty solid.
Yeah, he's kind of basic, but he's all right.
I mean, here we are, a couple guys sitting comfy in our houses, families up nearby, and we're complaining about models that we can buy if we feel like it. Like
first world problems, baby.
yeah, let's just be honest there, because
Mhm.
also I couldn't sculpt anything close to that. So kudos
That's
to the
all
people
right.
who are doing it, and I look forward to constant improvement.
Yep. I am nerd, therefore I have opinions.
We are nerd. We are also dudes on a podcast, therefore we have opinions. But yeah, let's talk about some opinions. Actually, here, hold on, really quick update. It's actually almost dry. Because I was actually, it's more painted than whenever I was showing the pictures off, talking to Alex. I'm actually recording with Alex and Neil on the same day. Everybody, it's great for my psyche at the moment because I got a busy weekend. But it's got the base on it now. Like it's actually almost dry. I might be able to get the final dry brush on it before I go to bed tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, I actually am enjoying this model.
Yeah, that base is really cool looking. I really like what you did with that.
I mean, it's just water based, and to be fair, the original Ideneth army, well, the only Ideneth army I have, I had it brush for hire, good old brush for hire, Sean McAfee, commissioned paint it. I said, do whatever you want, just make the skin tone mostly natural. You know, like like you want to make it pale, dark, whatever, just make it natural. I don't want like orange Ideneth. And he did it, and it knocked it out of the park. And he did water basing.
Nice.
So I just keep going on with it, and like, yeah, it's very simple. It's just some acrylic matte gel medium that kind of like dapple and dab to give it water effects, and then put contrast primer on. I think Wraithbone, and then just blue Gilliman contrast. That's it. And a quick little dry brush. It's gonna look great.
Doing the trick, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, hobby is continuing. Although after that, I'm once again technically out of hobby outside of the commission that I'm still getting together for my Grand Cathay. I have successfully commissioned it.
Nice.
I don't know when it's going to happen. He's busy. It might be a winter thing, but that's all right, because I also said I messaged the person doing it. I was just like, hey, you're gonna have to add a dragon and a lady to it, apparently, because I got to pre-order that this weekend. Which is also the segue. Woo!
Well done, sir.
I got it. It's almost like I'm a professional at this.
Yeah. You'd have to be getting paid if that was the case.
I refuse to get paid for the nonsense we put out here, Neil. Actually,
it also helps that nobody's offering.
It also helps nobody's offering. The only way I would try and make this monetary is if Alex or Neil needed it. But I have faith that his kids will make it to college or trade school or whatever they want to do in their life. Or Neil will kill them before they get there anyway.
Right. Eating my young is still an option.
Anyway, no, it was only 2 podcasts ago that I complained about influencers. I don't need to do that this time. All right, so pre-order. Obviously, by the time you see this, we're well past last week's pre-order preview, but we got announced between last recording and this recording, Arcane Journal, Dawn of the Storm Dragon. So
nice cover.
It's a great cover. I always do it. He's on Instagram. I'll try and grab it to put the artist that does all these covers. He posted up. I don't know where in the world he's from, but he doesn't really like offer explanation. He's just like, artwork, Cathay, I did it. And it's like, cool. But yeah, 48 pages as always. There's probably about 18 wilts, I would imagine, within this book at least.
Yeah.
But it explores Grand Cathay coming to the old world, which has been the thing that we're like, okay, why? They're not in the old world, so they're coming to the old world. So mentions here, as we're going to get into, Empire Mercenaries, and how it's going to be a sort of a blended faction for a little bits and pieces of it, which, Neil, let's just bring it into what we both want. What high elf Arcane Journal, like, allied blended faction do you want, where it's not a true ally, it's just kind of cohesive?
Oh, blended with what?
Yeah, like what army would you want to see them paired with?
You know, I don't want to see this. I think it kind of makes the most sense for them to be kind of allied in with either Bretonia or the Wood Elves, but because they're just in the proximity of them,
Yeah.
you know.
I could see
Um,
Bretonia more than the Wood Elves, just because I don't. They just always left. Like the Wood Elves don't want to work with anybody. That's just always who they are.
yeah, but if you get a Avalorn centered army, then they're it's almost the same thing. So it's
Yeah,
very cool.
I suppose. Yeah. Of course, that might be a Wood Elf getting allies with them
Especially if you
instead.
look at like Total War, right? She's got half the units in Total War. They're Wood Elf units or whatever, all the Sylvaneth kind of crap. So like the trees and stuff like that. But I don't know. High Elves
It's a hard question.
allies.
Yeah, yeah. I guess allies within the scope of this
I
book
mean,
is.
honestly, it would have to be Empire again, right? Because if you start moving towards the Great War against Chaos, you've got Teclis moving over to the old one now. Teclis didn't bring a huge contingent, right? So it was pretty much him teaching magic in a maybe like a small supporting group,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like a sizable army by any stretch. Although there's always the elven archers show up and just basically just level anything that's out there. Except then you roll a ballistic skill 4, strength 3, no AP, and you realize it does less than ass.
Listen,
But
listen.
in the
In the story, they're all
narrative,
they all have bows of
those things are
Avalorn.
like might as well have a howitzer out there. Yeah.
In story, we're all Sisters of Avalorn.
Yes.
All right. No, I agree with you. I think it would have to be Empire. I mean, really, if you look at any of the forces of fantasy, they should all really get something with Empire of some sort, like some portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just to like, honestly, put cannons in the High Elf army through that. That'd be exciting. Like dwarves don't need that, but elves would be like, they'd be annoyed by it. But hey, yeah, like you can ally in steam tanks, handgunners, and cannons to the High Elf army as mercenaries, and they get rules and bonuses. But also, High Elves can't deploy within like 6 inches of them because they're too noisy or something stupid. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, that's probably what I would see there. I don't know. So
We'll see if we ever get anything. We might just get more High Elves. But regardless, this does talk about the main point of this is because of Friedel the Chainmaker, so it kind of ties into that narrative of them coming from the north, attacking the Empire, and Grand Cathay here to help fight that back. But more importantly, yeah, we get Miao Yang, the Storm Dragon, in all her glory. I can't wait to buy this model. I'm excited for a Warhammer thing. I haven't felt that way in maybe a month.
yeah, it's been kind of a lull.
Mm-hmm.
And I say a lull, but I mean, we just got to get playing games right now. This is the time we all should be playing games and being excited by our games and stuff, because model releases are not coming hot and heavy at the moment. So
Yeah, I'm hoping the supplement will help a lot with that. Also, yeah, the Jade Warriors and Jade Lancers and the can. So pretty much everything gonna be separate as far as purchasing. If you didn't want to buy the big box, just go buy the big box. It's probably still cheaper and worth it. I don't think they're gonna. Then they said they're not gonna stop making it. So
nice.
And then and then more. I think it says Northern Provinces transfer sheet here. So can I get a better image of this possibly? Let's zoom in. Northern Provinces, Grand Cathay. So yeah, I think it's just Miao Ying's province specifically. Yeah, you see her on all over the banners.
Mm-hmm. Can I say that what I like about this is that it's muted as far as the color variation. One of the things having put like the high elf transfers, some of them are so colorful that they kind of clash with your paint scheme sometimes.
Yeah.
If you haven't done it, or if you have bright colors, but it's not like that color, like the red is just like blow, like it almost looks like the transfer doesn't really come across super well. So I wish they were maybe just a little bit toned down for the high elf one. So I like this. I think that's something that you could work with quite a bit.
And I think too, it's smart because they know when that we're making this army, like all the color schemes we're looking at it's usually a brighter scheme, it feels like, for most people.
Mhm.
So
Now, if you look to the left here on this transfer sheet,
Mhm.
imagine putting all of those onto models. And I challenge you not to kill yourself afterwards, because I put one small transfer like this onto something, and oof! I mean, the words coming out of my mouth. I mean, would curl your hair, Chuck. Would curl your hair.
I've had to do small ones on not Stormcast, Space Marines for Horse Heresy. Yes, it's not pleasant. And I learned real quick to just, if I screw one up, like I said, I cut it wrong or something, just move on. Because yeah, it is rough. At least in our older age here. But that said, what else? Oh, and this Praeton, I thought this was out.
It was not, but I gotta say, I think it's kind of a cool model. I don't know what they're going to charge for this bad boy, but
yeah,
I think it's kind of cool. I don't hate it. I know it's old, but
the look of it, I don't hate, but
yeah.
I don't want to assemble that in resin. Those antlers, no.
Everything's solved by super glue in mass quantities.
Super glues wasn't working for me. It was rough. But
Is that right?
yeah,
Did you wash it pretty well, soap and water and all that nonsense?
Because all the high elf hero, the 2 heroes we got, and then like the dwarf ones I picked up were the new resin. I cleaned them just as usual, and super glue just did not want to stick.
Were you hitting it with the accelerator?
No, I don't have accelerator.
Hit it with the accelerator, baby. It'll be done in 2 seconds. You might get cancer, but hey, it'll be done.
That's a future problem.
That's right.
All right. The rest of the Sears Force Heresy stuff. Okay, moving on. And everyone knows this stuff's out anyway. But we did get some Old World almanacs that we're going to take a look at here, too. So the first one, what prompts the stoic Miao Ying to travel to the Old World? I didn't know she was stoic.
Right. She's practicing stoicism. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought she was bad at it. I like I think from like what I know about her, just it feels like she's very aggressive. And I'm like, it's not that you can't be aggressive and stoic, but it's just I didn't get any feeling of stoicism practice from her.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little call out there. And here's that lovely art again. So she's the eldest surviving daughter. We know that. Ruler of North Provinces, Nangua. We know that. There are many marauder tribes that she's going to go kill, or has killed in her home. Kind of glance reading this. So they periodically assault the bastion, so she's used to war, all that sort of stuff. Seasoned Jade warriors. It's kind of explaining that this isn't just some unknown province. Like, this is tested warriors that she's taking. It's, and she is a dragon. She's going to be capable.
Who's crawling over that wall? That's my question.
Well, it says the Coogan and the Hung, which it's not successfully crawling over that wall.
I don't know. Like, but where are they? Where are they in Cathay? I'm very confused by this.
I would assume it's just like northern.
Because I thought they were all north of the wall, and then like, how the hell are they getting over that wall? I mean.
Well, are you talking about the wall that they're defending in Grand Cathay, or how Grand Cathay?
I'm talking about that, like the Great Northern Wall, or whatever they call it. Basically the Great Wall in Warhammer, right?
Yeah, I mean, he can't be guarded all the time, can it?
I don't know, man.
They
better have some ladders out there in Kurgan land, and a lot of them.
they've
maybe like some tunnels. Are we tunneling underneath? I don't know.
Maybe they just do.
I just don't know how they're getting armies into Cathay. Like that's that's a question I'd love to have answered.
Or hey, maybe they just march out of the wall, be like, screw these walls that we built. Let's go out and do stuff. Or they let them in for practice.
Yeah, they let them in for practice.
Hey, let them in because they don't have a dragon leading them.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's fine. So makes her military expedition so remarkable. Her sister Yin Yin, which I didn't know that was her name. I like that name so much more than Miao Ying. Sister Yin Yin, the sea dragon, the one who travels the world by the boats, and was told to go out because Miao Ying wasn't told to go out and do stuff. Yin Yin is supposed to go out and do all the stuff from her father's commands. But she's also just everywhere. Like I think
Yeah.
I don't know where I don't think they ever said where she's at. That's like her base is obviously by the sea in Grand Cathay, but I don't think she's on the map. Like I think it's indicated that she's just always roaming.
That's Union's Navy's report a similar increase in activity.
Yeah. But anyway, she gathers up her whole Jade fleet, as she calls it, and the Great Bastion veterans. After she knows increase in marauder attacks, which is funny. There's increased marauder attacks at home. We should leave. Just want to call that out.
I don't know. Like reading through this, it's fine.
It's fine.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
They got to come up with a reason. I just right now, like again, and this is kind of the issue I've had with the Cathay release. It's not that I dislike the models or I dislike Cathay or anything like that. It's just that they went here first. Like why they decided to do that, and like as far as central to the story, and not do like a Kislev instead, which would be much easier to make all this work, right? Because I've played a lot, and I do mean a lot. I actually saw the amount of hours I've put into Total War, and it was kind of shocking to the point where I'm like, wow, that's becoming a good chunk of my life.
Trust me. As I'm wasting a chunk of my life sitting on Street Fighter, it's very common to see Neil start playing Total Warhammer 3. I'm like, yes,
Right.
that's normal.
And so I have made the voyage around like that it takes to get all the way around, and then I've never actually taken my ship all the way back up to the Empire. Like, because if you did that, the amount of turns it would take to get there, the game would be freaking over. Okay.
Well, so, I mean, think about these are the same. It's essentially the same world. Yeah, our past world as far as distance. Actually it's bigger. Remember, the planet is the shape of ours, sort of, but it's technically bigger.
It's much bigger. And
you're gonna have half your army just dying of old age on the way out. Like, is this a generational ship of Jade Warriors?
This is a space voyage, is what this is.
We could assume some magic. They could go a little bit faster than our ships ever did in real life. That I can buy that.
Maybe the answer is always magic when you're in this type of situation. But the other answer is you just go across the mountains, which I have done with them, which is possible. But in order for you to do that, you'd have to write a story about ogres, and ogres technically don't exist right now, which is ridiculous.
It's very true. It's very true.
And another reason why we need to knock off this whole legacy. I'm sorry, I have to get on this rant again. Knock this shit off, and because if you actually want to make these guys work, make them work. Okay.
Yeah.
Make the whole area work. Don't just talk about don't talk about some magical, a speedy ship.
Wait, Neil.
Flies around the world, around the world in 80 days kind of thing.
I can't believe I never thought about this. What if we take these gates, okay? They're magical gates that you can step through and appear somewhere else. Like almost as if you're going from one realm to the next. What if we did that?
Right.
That's never been done before in this setting. We could do this.
We could do this. They absolutely could be done, right? But then those gates would collapse and chaos would come pouring through.
Of course. Stupid chaos ruining all of our games.
They tried that at the polls. It didn't quite work out.
To be honest, I think the reason they didn't go with Kislev first, I think everybody, even Games Workshop in their world, they know Kislev is a slam dunk at any point, at any time. It's like releasing a new Primarch. It's going to be great. Buku bucks. So why not take the risk on something like this? And it has played off very well, so now they know, great, we can fund the money. Let's make Kislev actually as big as it should be, not half an army, kind of like what this was. So that's the logic I feel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that. Well, maybe. Well, I guess we'll see when it happens. But anyway, that's just kind of like I read this story, and it's fine. It's okay. It's like it just seems everything they try to do with this army is like wedging it in, you know, and I don't think it needs to be wedged in if it was done, along with other things that would make it more viable.
Yeah, like what if the ogres were all of a sudden going farther and farther, to the west because they see the what's happening and they're like, oh, we can go eat over there. Let's go do that. And then Grand Cathay's like, We should go see what they're about to go do. This is odd. This is odd.
Yeah. Also, there's a lot of chaos dwarves, and there's a lot of
No,
greenskins in the
no,
way.
there's not. No. Yes, greenskins. There's no chaos
There's
dwarves.
no chaos dwarves. You're
No,
absolutely right.
no.
Those
I don't know what
exist
you're talking
either.
about.
Yeah. So it's like there's plenty of chaos that direction. Just like
Yeah.
over those mountains to the northwest, away from the wall, right? Because I can buy chaos tribes coming out the mountains. I think like some heavily guarded wall that basically has kept your whole nation safe for a millennia. I don't know how the guys are trickling over there and being any concern. I just like,
Actually, here you go. You want the story right in?
Mm.
A dwarven airship gets blown off course due to some Tzeentchian magic, and as they're blown off course, they realize there's no place to land because they're over the new ogre tribe area, which cannons start firing because ogres have cannons thanks to Grand Cathay. Oh, hey, we just tied Grand Cathay in a little bit there, and it crashes into the wall.
Uh,
And the dwarves are like, this is what's going on. And they're like,
yeah.
and Grand Cathay's like, well, we gotta go talk to the dwarves to get some payment for this wall. Let's also take an army too, just in case. And they get there and they're like, oh, these guys need help. Let's not worry about the wall. Let's start fighting. They're perfect.
There it is.
I know.
Or
Or just
bypass the firing ogres, the cannon ogres. Though.
I mean, honestly, you know what? Maybe we'll do this next week. I didn't plan for this. We will open ChatGPT and we will ask ChatGPT to write a better reason for Grand Cathay to be in the old world.
We'll see what they come
and
up
see what it comes up. It could be good. It could be bad. Anyway, let's go back in because the one thing we can say is, yeah, we're shoehorning in this army. But boy, what a gorgeous army! Look at this artwork of Miao Yang. Oh my! Please take the artist that's doing this, which he'll be linked below because he's just go follow him on Instagram. Just make this. You've made it for the Emperor. Make it for the Empress. Make it for all the children.
Yeah,
I don't care if you're not
a Primarch situation here with all these different types of dragons.
Yeah,
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I don't care if you're not releasing any of the other leaders of them for years.
Mm-hmm.
But my army is going to be based and follows Yambao from the center of the province. I want to see his artwork. I will be excited about that artwork for years and years until you finally release him, if you even do. But hey, it gets us going, gets us hyped.
Yeah. When we come down a little bit farther into this, and you see her fighting a chaos dragon, that's really cool art.
Yeah,
like,
well, there's all this art.
Styles.
Like actually seeing what the Great Bastion looks like in the art is like the scale's better than it's going to be in Total War. It's lovely. And her just as a dragon fighting the is that the two? That's not the named one. That's just a two. That's a two-headed dragon, right? You said right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know that it's Garlock. I think a lot of them.
Yeah, his head's ripped in two.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is just completely badass. Okay, but let's see. let's not skip all of this. It gives us the opinion of Uthuan. But they're like, humans can't fall because she did go meet Sigmar. That's a thing that happened. It's in the Arcane Journal. So she returns to her home city, orders the noble families from the surrounding lands to raise fresh regiments of Jade warriors, dispatch Marauder tribes, accompany Miao Yang in her journey to Old World. By the end of summer, the army of the Storm Dragons ready to sail. Now, I'm curious, end of summer, are we going to figure out how long it took her to get there?
Right.
The first triumph to see his claws, where her fleet wins crushing victory against Norscan tribes. Aerial, abandoned villages. No, it doesn't give a timetable. I'd be curious to actually sit down with the dates if what we can find and see like how long does it take people to travel in this world. More great art. Nice and clean. And let's see, the Jade Mary, they arrive in Marienburg, which is probably, to be fair, Marienburg, that's the best place for them to, I guess, make their first foothold because they do have a presence there. That is like one of the universal hubs of the old world.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, they made a good choice there. There's already high elves sailing in and out of there. All that kind of stuff. So I do like this. So they
disembark from the docks, and then they have the towering terracotta sentinels come to life. Why would you transport the terracotta warriors? Why would you just tell them to just march this direction and meet you there?
Yeah, aren't they also like supposed to be guarding the Great Road or something?
Well, there's a
Right?
bunch.
You're just like,
There's a bunch of
I
that.
don't need you there anymore. Yeah.
Okay, so Marienburg's, fair share of Cathayan merchants, diplomats. I think this is the first time they're seeing the army in there, so they're a little bit interesting of that. And they are caught off guard because it's a full expeditionary force. But yeah, so she has a reason to go. Part of the reason too, part of the other reason too that was in here that I do like, because I did read through this one. The reason why she went is because Yambo, who's like the guy I follow, the Jade Dragon in the Center Provinces, actually told her to go because he's like, and the reason I like that is not because it's a good reason, but within the scope of why would she leave, it would take essentially somebody who has the authority of her father and mother, which is Yambo in their absence, to say, I need you to do this. So it's not like she's just willy-nilly going, hey guys, I'm going off over to Empire Land because I heard they have hot dogs and I like to try some hot dogs. Like Yambel, he also sees a threat, and there is a thing too, it did mention in here, it's not just sending her troops, which are normally guarding the wall. Yambao has provided a lot of his army too. So, and his army guards the central island lands, which has really no conflict. So there is extra troops there to spare. So I do like that, at least within the diplomacy of Grand Cathay. It makes sense why she's been chosen to go. I mean, really, she got chosen to go because she's in total war and she's done it. But hey, we won't worry about that. All right, we got one more almanac here, and then another little extra piece of news we'll toss in at the end. Old World Almanac, Dawn of the Storm Dragon designer notes. I have to say this on this top piece here. This is also going to be part of the thumbnail. It is really cool seeing a new army. The colors are a little bit bright for the setting, I feel, like just in the scope of the terrain in the background, but it's cool to see this army lined up like in the old fashion.
I don't think you can ever get too bright. If you played some old Hammer, that was actually bright on purpose, right?
That's true.
To catch the eye of everybody looking at it and everything else. So, you had spears that were, the shafts were red and everything else. So that's nowhere near that. So I think it's fine. So in my personal opinion. So
nope, that's fair. Like I said, it initially reads bright because the muted terrain in the background, but maybe it's just because there's also multiple bright colors here because that's what Grand Cathay is: the orange, the green, the reds, and the purples. So maybe that's it. And there's some Empire here in the bottom right or middle right. They're trying.
I will say, imagine being some barbarian coming out expecting to go fight in the old world. Like, you've done it before, right? Yeah. You've raided this place. You know what it's like, and then all of a sudden, this fucking dragon and these bros kind of come out of nowhere. Like, that would be shocking. I mean, you'd probably be turning around and jumping back on your boat and getting the hell out of there real fast.
Not only that, if you're a barbarian in the old world, you've seen, like, they see, like, oh, here's these new weird horse armored guys and new, infantry guys or whatever. They're not a big deal. And you've seen dragons. You might be afraid of a dragon, but you've never seen a lady turn into a dragon. That's new.
That's new, yeah.
That's new. That's gonna be like, guys, can they all do that, or is it just her? What do we do? All right, tell you what, let's actually do the back and forth read through on this one, as we have in the past. Would you like to be JTY?
Sure. I'll be JTY.
Actually, is it just JTY? Actually, no, it's all JTY. We'll just alternate paragraphs. How about that?
All right. I'll start it out.
All right.
It's been a busy few months for fans of the old world with the arrival of arcane journals for the Wood Elf realms and Beastman Bray herds in quick succession, followed by the match play guide, a significant FAQ and errata, and a whole new faction in Grand Cathay. With the imminent arrival of the arcane journal Dawn of the Storm Dragon alongside Miao Ying herself, we took the opportunity to delve more into the ongoing narrative of the world of legend.
Wait. It's not the old world?
No,
It's the World of
the
Legend?
World of Legend, the whole thing, right? We can't talk about Cathay and just talk about the old world.
I can't wait for the Dark Elves to come back. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I say, like, let's jump in here real quick.
Yeah.
So they talk about in the last article how the High Elves are not doing anything. Do you recall why they're not doing anything before the Great War of Chaos?
Is it something to do with the constant raiding of the Dark Elves of Ulthuan?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're pretty busy with some Dark Elves.
Didn't we just get off the
Interesting, huh?
war? We got finished up the War of the Beard, right? And then like we're
Yeah,
recovering
that's
and
way
reeling,
done.
and then the
Yeah,
Dark
way
Elves jump in. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
Gaps in knowledge, man. Tell you what.
Anyway.
I'm back in we go.
just said-
All right, our focus with Warhammer the Old World is firmly upon the untold events unfolding in the heart of the world of legend. Before Asavar Kul's great incursion and the turmoil that followed, be it Cetra's invasion of the Border Princes, Friedel's conquest in the Westerland, the growing threat of beastmen, Brayherds in the Dark Forest, or the rising fury of Warlord Durgoth's Spinecracker in the Great Mountains. These and more are tales we want to tell.
So perhaps more arcane journals on the way?
I think that's the plan. Which is good. I don't need them to be necessarily focused on an army. I'm curious to focus on the setting and like mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how great is this? Like we haven't seen that side of Miao Ying's human form yet. Holy crap!
Yeah,
that's a beautiful model.
Mm-hmm. All right. Tales of the Old World. Grand Cathay is a land far removed from the Old World. To travel from one to the other by land or sea takes many months. There you go.
Okay.
And such journeys are perilous. Yet, Grand Cathay is integral to our story. So we will make a story.
Is it?
With the armies of Chainmaker running unchecked through the northern reaches of the Westerland, while the great and the good of the Empire focus upon their own agendas, great peril looms.
The dragons have foreseen this. Long-lived and wise, these mighty beasts have recognized portents they have seen before. They know that the ruinous powers have begun to stir, and that their devotees will soon flood the frozen north in all the consuming tide of chaos and destruction. They know as well that should the lands of the west fall, the realm of the celestial dragons shall soon follow. Didn't, during the end times, Cathay fall before the Empire?
I don't know.
I'm not going to fact check that yet, but I'm making a mental note to figure that out. I think it did.
I despise the End Times books.
I love the End Times books, so I'm happy to dive back into them.
And the reason why I despise them is not because it kind of concluded the Old World. I despise them for how quickly it concluded everything. It was just like everything just jammed and.
Oh no! As an elf fan, they gave us such a great send off. Everybody else sucks to be you. Sorry, but I'm curious to see if Altdorf, I'll say Altdorf, if Altdorf fell before Grand Cathay or Grand Cathay fell before that. That's my thought to think about. Also, look at this art piece of the Shingengen Lord versus, some Chaos
Just
Warlord
like a Chimera, maybe.
It's solid. It's they're crushing the artwork again. I love it.
The one thing is with that, like, isn't that thing supposed to look more like a horse? I mean, that just looks like a dragon.
It does look like a dragon, yes. Please remember, the one on the left is not a monstrous mount. Just remember that, please.
Oh, yes. Of course not. Doesn't look like it at all. So to this end, Miao Ying leads an army west, not to conquer or dominate, of course not, but to galvanize ancient allies, stirring them into action in the face of a terrible threat. It's a journey Miao Ying has not made in person since Sigmar himself ruled the empire, and one she is reluctant to make now. But she is a dutiful warrior in her father's service, and when required to fight battles in a distant land, she does so without quarrel. Thus does the Jade host make war in the old world, while she delivers grave warnings to its rulers.
New rules. From a rules perspective, this arcane journal is filled with the content for narrative gaming. I mean, to be fair, as we've discussed, all their stuff they come out with has been great for narrative and great for match play, however you want to use it. Not necessarily great as far as good, but useful. New terrain rules for roads and rivers. Amazing.
that.
Amazing.
I love that
Bridges
because
and
I've always
chasms.
rivers need stuff. Yeah, for sure.
As well as for occupying buildings. Now, my favorite 8th edition scenario was the Watchtower. I know I'm the only person out there, but I'm real curious to see what their rules are in occupying buildings.
Yeah, they actually have some rules for occupying, like a watchtower, occupying buildings, and
Yeah.
they're not good. They're not
Right.
good at all. So I hope they're better.
Yeah, I hope they're better. I hope it makes more sense. But I also hope it's not too in depth where it's like, yeah, we're not using these. These are too hard.
Yeah. One of them is just like it has to be like core troops with a unit strength of 10. I'm like, and it has to be infantry. And I'm like, who the hell has that unit? Who's running 10 bros?
To be honest,
10 of us, right?
yeah. To be honest, I even don't mind the whole thing that, hey, if you're using cavalry to charge into this building, you're getting off the horse first and you don't get a charge with a lance. I'm like, okay, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, all right, so occupying buildings and battlefield give players the option to add more depth to the game set in the old world. Like I said, I think that alone makes this Arcane Journal 100% worth it.
Mm-hmm.
There are terrain generators for the Wasteland in the Empire and the Shadowlands in the farthest northern reaches of the old world, where chaos dwells, which allow players to randomly determine the terrain overall with which their armies will fight. Adding a sense of immersion alongside these rules for multiplayer games and several new scenarios allow players to refight the battles of Miao Ying's campaign. Awesome. I love everything about that paragraph.
Yeah. Multiplayer games I'm particularly keen for. Also, like area-specific terrain rules. Really cool. Love that. So, yeah. Yeah, and I'd love to have an Empire army be like, hey, we're gonna fight in a wasteland. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, it's just like when we used to in Sigmar when we used to go, hey, let's fight in this realm. Use these rules. Awesome, great. You could play the same scenario in a different setting, and it's a completely different game.
Mm-hmm.
Also, man, I really wish they'd make this boat just like when they make any background terrain feature. Like,
I wanted to say this as well. Like, why isn't this a thing that I can buy and put on a table?
If Forge World made that model and they're like, hey, it's $600, I'd consider it. It's not good, but I consider it. Didn't say I will.
Don't tell them things like that, Chuck. You meant 60, right? You did mean 60.
Look how big that thing is. They're gonna charge an arm and a leg for it. Like you need you're buying a mortgage for this houseboat you're buying here.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, you have to live on that thing.
Yeah. Or at least, hey, Specialist Design Studio. Well, come back to us. Come back, Specialist Design Studio. I know you're listening. You're out there. We love you. You're great. You can't do any wrong. Put out a guide of how you built that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Honestly.
Yeah, just do that. That's all I need. Anyway.
It's probably parts from like 1,000 different like lanterns and everything. It probably would cost you $600 to actually put that together, but
probably. But yeah, I don't. Where did those railings come from? Where did that terracotta roof come from? Is it scratch built? Is it like other?
Yeah.
Is it whatever? Anyway, let us know. Anyway,
and for those of you who design models for 3D printing, make me one of these boats.
Yeah.
Please. Okay.
Yeah.
I will find a way to model a harbor and get that thing on there for sure on my table.
Also, this is a small little baby boat. Make the boat that can hold the terracotta warriors. All right.
You're right.
Sentinels,
cowards.
Yeah. I want my table to be a Cathay boat, and I want rules for the Cathay boat train.
Right. That's right.
Anyway. Back to you, sir.
The supplement contains no new profiles. The rules for Miao Ying and her armies can be found in Arcane Journal Grand Cathay, but it does contain the faction's first army of infamy, the Jade Fleet. This unique army allows players to field the warriors of the Grand Cathay alongside their Imperial allies, giving you an opportunity to add Empire state troops and more to your muster. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Something different you can mix in. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, the book contains 3 pages of new magic items, giving Grand Cathay access to as many as every other army. Hallelujah. Personal highlights include the Sword of Reason, a weapon occasionally wielded by Yan Bo. Guess what's going in my army, because I follow Yan Bo. Himself, that grants Killing Blow and the Fires of Nanguo. the earthenware jars crafted by the artificers of Nanguo that grant the bearer the ability to literally breathe fire. That's gonna suck because templates suck in this game, but it's cool. I don't care. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Her reinforcements are pre-order Saturday, which by the time you're watching this, it's already been pre-ordered. I hope you've got your pre-order in. And then the Jade Dragon, ruler of the central province of Grand Cathay, and one of the many siblings of Miao Ying. Nice. Love it.
Yeah. It doesn't have to suck. It just has to be pointed appropriately, right? You know, like it can suck, but it has to be pointed at an appropriate level where you'd actually be like, okay, well, this is okay for 10 points.
See, if it was... I wish you could breathe in the combat again, and it was just like that. I think that's what's missing. The template being a template, that's fine, but not being able to breathe in combat, that'd be so much better. Because you put this on a champion, say it's 20 points, but it does, the front rank, everybody's going to take strength 4 AP 1 hit. Yeah, 24, 30 points, maybe, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I won't lie, I'm excited for Warhammer after seeing that kind of go up for the pre-order announcement. Does make me kind of go, what's next for Old World? Because have we seen anything past this in their timeline of events of what they're trying to do? I think this is as far out as we've seen as far as...
It's this, and then it's the Tomb King's Arcane Journal.
Oh, that's right. There's the next Tomb King's Arcane Journal.
Yeah, so that's coming. So in the Border Princes. So that I think will be similar. I don't know, maybe you get that the month following?
I could see that. I mean, we have been very heavy with Old World this year, but also, I mean, Sigmar needs to kind of catch up on some of their releases, and I think that's why we're getting the double up of Sigmar releases recently. So I think maybe this is the early October. Maybe I think that might be October for the Tomb Kings one. Plus, it's spooky season and there's skeletons. That would work.
Yeah, I don't know. We're getting dangerously close to Christmas, though, and I know we don't get a whole lot around that time. So,
do you think this year, because I mean, with Horus Heresy, obviously, is a major player as far as games. So is 40K. So is Old World. So is Sigmar. That's the big four now. Like, that's just confirmed. That's the big four. Horus Heresy is now getting essentially combat patrol type boxes, like smaller forces. I don't know if there's going to be a game associated with it, but at least an easy way into the setting, which I never thought would happen. And the reason I say that, not to hint for anything specifically, but do you think for Christmas this year, instead of getting 6 40K battalion boxes of the same crap, the Christmas boxes, and then here's 4 Sigmar ones of the same crap for random armies we pulled out, do you think we might get 2 or 3 for 40K, 2 or 3 for Sigmar, and then 1 or 2 for Horus Heresy, and 1 or 2 of Old World? And I'm talking like something interesting, something different, because we have the battalion boxes for Old World. But
I could see him doing like an Arcane Journal driven something, right? So like Empire troops put in with Cathay troops or something like that. Something like that, or like maybe 2 different factions that are going to be fighting each other. Like, I don't think we're going to get small ones that are just individual faction based stuff, though. Okay. I would be surprised by that. It just doesn't seem the way Old World's going. That would definitely be a change in what they've been doing. That doesn't mean I wouldn't welcome it, but it's not. It would definitely be a change. It would be a change in strategy for sure. Okay. And it might even signal like, hey, we're not doing new armies at the moment, so you're getting this instead.
Or do you think we're sitting here and they do a preview for the Warhammer World Championships / Grand Narrative time frame? They're like, hey, here's Kislev. That's you'll get it next year.
The best time to do Kislev would be the winter time, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
January, but I don't see it happening.
Listen, I don't know. I it's hard to predict anymore because I think they're coming out faster than expected. They definitely were able to up the timeline on some of this. Yeah. I could see Kislev being announced by the end of the year and coming out early next year. Because that's the last one I think that they would probably do for this edition. Fair?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where they're getting their influx of money, from for Old World. I mean, arcane journals are nice, right? But those are what do they cost, $35 a
Yeah,
pop or
20,
something like
28. They're
that.
super cost effective.
Yeah, so they're not making tons of money off these things, not as much as like actual army releases. So if you don't start putting something out at some point, right, then what are you doing when it comes time to report your earnings, right? Like, I mean, after you've had like what is it, 8 armies that you put out like in the initial release,
Oh yeah, yeah,
something like
something like
that,
that.
right?
Yeah.
So they were coming out at a pretty good clip, but a normal release clip for like I'd even say like an Age of Sigmar, or maybe not quite 40K, but they were coming out at a pretty decent clip. But this year, like there's really, at least as far as what they've shown us, as far like roadmap wise, there doesn't seem to be much, at least that we've seen anyway. So they're
Well,
gonna have to do something, right?
well, I wonder too, because I mean, you look at Sigmar Third Edition, something we know, near and dear to our hearts. It was a book and a hero, a book and a hero, a book and a hero, and that still got at least enough new people interested that they'd pick up an army.
Hmm.
And then sometimes there'd be like a bigger splash, like a refresh, so people would buy that. I mean, you
I
can look
don't
at
think you're gonna see that just because you don't have books.
no, but you could see these supplement books and made to orders. Made to
Mhm.
orders are just that's printing money. I'm pretty sure for them. Like we all go into
Yeah.
made to orders. Um, there's still terrain they haven't brought back yet that I know we all want. Um,
Mhm.
but just beyond that, not even heroes, but just it's just like yes, made to order. Maybe do a new hero. There's still all those new heroes that it's like I can't buy Lady Elise yet. Still, why?
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
so like they have stuff that they could still sell to people that they just haven't been able to reproduce. I think there is a thing too, not necessarily with Grand Cathay, because like I said, you buy the battalion box and Miao Yang, and you're kind of and the Sentinel and Balloon, you have everything you need. But
Mhm.
for all the old armies, especially too, like when you're getting into it, man, you're like, I could use 10 more of these, I could use 5 more of these, I could kit bash, I could try a second dragon. It's much easier, I think, in the old world with those classic armies that are so large to have an army and still go deeper and deeper and deeper than you can say for some Sigma armies, some not. 40K you can always kind of do that too, but having the depth in the army, so expanding Grand Cathay would be good. Um, Kislev would be a huge splash, but I don't think they're going to be wanting for money. I think it's going to be different than what we're used to, like you said, for sure, as far as the other traditional modern systems that how they are generating their revenue, I suppose.
I don't know how they're like they're clearly, at least in the narrative, the looming great war against chaos, great war against chaos, great war against chaos, right?
Yep.
So if we're doing that, we're kind of pushing the timeline forward a little bit,
Yeah.
right? And if we're doing that, again, I hate to beat a dead horse, but I'm going to keep doing it, just so they know that I'm. If any of them are listening, you have to start introducing these legacy factions back in.
Right.
So
Well,
that's it's what they've already done. Like, so they've already taken the old classic armies, right? This is a new one. Cathay's a new one.
yep.
I'm sure they're doing pretty well with it, right?
Yep.
But they already took the old one. They already have a blueprint that works, that has made them money to a point that they're like, oh, this is one of our big 4 games. So what haven't you done yet? Well, you haven't released the rest of those. Well, if you did release the rest of those, and we know the Dark Elves seem like they're coming out of Sigmar.
At least outside of the Daughters of Cain faction, like from the city of Sigmar. That's the rumor, yeah.
Sure, sure. I mean, you could still sell old metal witch elves,
Right, yeah. There's the
right?
old, the only sculpt you would struggle to find would be Doomfire Warlocks, because
Yeah,
technically they're still their own kit. But also, if they removed Doomfire Warlocks from Daughters of Cain, no one in Daughters of Cain is going to complain except for maybe a power gamer that likes them. Like I don't
right.
hate them
And
where they're at.
they also made Dark Riders, so you kind of have to have those back in.
Well, what do you do if
Some.
if you pull out Dark Riders? What do you have a dual kit that you're just producing for no reason? Like because Doomfires are in one army, but Dark Riders are
Yeah,
anyway. It's yeah, like I foresee Doom Riders leaving Sigmar, which it's fine, is what it is.
yeah,
Um,
100%.
but
There's
good.
Yeah. Mhm. So that's where I think they're going. I don't think they have I don't want to call it Kislev ready yet. I don't think they do. I'd be super surprised by that, because I feel like that's like a next year kind of thing. Like, that's like one big new army, a year kind of thing.
Fair.
I just don't see them going to being in the same year. Although I thought Cathay wasn't coming till like,
I think we all thought Cathay would be
Howitch
farther
or
out.
a couple months from now, right? So that surprised me too. So who knows? Like maybe they're just sitting on this shit, and that'd be really surprising. But
Well, I honestly, I think what they will end up doing is, because they did also say they were pretty open about this in an old Arcane Journal, or an Arcane Journal, Old World Almanac. I don't know which one, but they're not opposed to jumping around the timeline within the scope of what they're working with. So pre the first Great War Against Chaos, exploring small nuanced sections within there. I think that's what the Cetra or the Cetra book's going to be. I think it's going to be exploratory, and who cares where it's at? Like, here's the setting, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
yeah,
And I think we could get that elsewhere, and that could fill out the rest of this edition time frame, quote unquote. But I think there's going to be a big push whenever we get second edition coming. The focus is going to be the World of Legacy, and they're going to bring back in maybe Chaos Dwarves will be the one left out as usual because they're a weird, non-core faction. They were always Forge World, but I think the next edition is where we're gonna get those legacy armies coming back because, as you said, they have the blueprint. Great, we can release a book to update High Elves, Wood Elves, Warriors, Chaos, whatever, and we can have the nice big releases for all these old things. So here's the Dark Elf Battalion box and this, and maybe a new hero or something like that. So I think you're right, and like that's 8 years where they could coast. They could coast on that. That's no new armies. They would still make money.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you throw in a Kislev here, you throw in a Tillian army, you throw in a Vampire Coast army, just for fun.
Yeah, like that's, you can really I mean, they really have to keep keying off this to be fair too, like they have to keep keying off this, like the momentum they have with Total War Warhammer. That's what would make sense, right? People are playing this game, I'm playing this game, everybody's playing this game, but eventually, right, if they don't get another Total War game in, people will just kind of start easing off the game as they get bored of it and whatever. Right. So, but right now, the amount of popularity that game has going, and then you go make a model release. I think, anyway, they were all talking logic here, and we know.
Yeah. We know that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah. So,
hey, speaking of logic, let's hit our last little article here. It's not Old World related. We got the last article celebrating the 10 years of Age Sigmar. 16 days and a month past the actual anniversary. I'm not gonna let that go. Only reason I say is if you're a Sigmar fan, you're into it, not from the beginning like all of us were. This does kind of catch you up. This is the last little bit. You probably know this stuff more than most, which I'm understanding why this article is maybe not phoned in, but like simpler. People have probably been playing it here for the most part at this point, or at least you understand what's happening. Oh, there's the Kronspire, the worst mistake into this game. Anyway, moving past that. Here's the Cities of Sigmar, one of the greatest things they've done for this game. It's such a beautiful army. I love it. Yeah, it's just a quick scroll through, covering up the story, getting you all caught up. Although, the one gripe I do have as we finish out here, all the way at the bottom, past some of these beautiful models, we get... All right, there's the Radicalism, the Vermin Doom as it happens. And the very last thing, with the mortal realms teetering on the brink of a second Age of Chaos and the Great Horn Rat schemes complete, the stage is set for the current edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. It's been this way for over a year, so... Okay, so you did your own game dirty by not celebrating the 10 years. You did nice. You did when you just started doing stuff. You gave us some, not celebrating them in time. You gave us some good, was it the scenario? You gave us, the lore recap, which that's appreciated. That should have been the whole week, really. That should have been in the week of the lead up. And then I read that last line, and something hit me hard with Sigmar right now. And I think it's a big thing where this game has become much more of a match play driven development system than a narrative driven development system. It's like, now
Mhm.
the stage is set for what's going on in Age of Sigmar 4th edition. It's like, okay, well, we're halfway through, and there's been no lore updates.
Mhm.
Like, no. What's going on? Like, tell me. Like, like I need a narrative supplement for Sigmar right now. I'll still buy those 100%. I want to know what's going on. I like those stories. I'll read them.
Mhm.
But nothing. I'm so confused. Like, do they not want Sigmar anymore? Like, I still want Sigmar. I still love Sigmar. But
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. Lately, it just seems like they're forcing stories. You know what I mean? Like it's like follow something for a little while here, so that it's just so all over the place. It's like
yeah,
okay, like now we're fighting here, and now we're fighting here, and now we're fighting here, and now these guys are fighting, and because we need to sell these models, these guys are fighting,
yeah.
and we'll let you know what happens in the next edition when we have to sell these models, and these guys are fighting,
I,
and it's like, and I know that that's the same way in Old World too, but it's easier to combine it. It's easier to wrap your head around it in like that setting than it is sometimes to be like, I don't know.
yeah, it's
Like just even looking at this picture, right? That should be the end. Like this, that should be it. Like right,
Rats win the end. Actually's gone.
That's right.
Everyone fled. The guy ran.
It's just like so much. You're like, okay, all right. So how are we coming back from this? Like
Also, too, if you have an eruption of that size, like that city's really far away. If you look at the map, like that's like us being here in Pittsburgh and we're looking over in LA and all of a sudden it pops up. Guess what's going to happen to everything around? It's all going to crumble because that's a big earthquake that's just happened.
That's Yellowstone, the Yellowstone volcano
yeah.
going, right? Okay, everybody's dead.
Yeah.
just from the fallout alone. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, wait,
Uh,
Neil. Magic.
Yeah, right.
We're good.
Yes,
We're good.
yes.
Okay. No, I can believe it. Magic. It's sure whatever. Realms are different, tectonic
Right.
plates and all that. But, yeah. Like I just the most interesting piece of lore I've heard from anything from Sigmar was in the KO book. It mentions Beric Thrang fell from the sky and like crash landed on a mountaintop, and they're trying to like get it back up. I'm like, that could be the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I want to know about that story. You write me a book about that falling. I want to know. Because holy crap.
Yeah. The thing is, like in second edition Age of Sigmar, right? We had a whole edition of stories and everything just centered around death, right?
Yep.
And like it just seemed like a very coherent story that you could follow. Like that, I think was great. And then we started moving into like, I feel like Alariel's like what's going on right now. She
The world
did this.
tree is back technically. You're like, oh dang, that's cool. Oh, what's going
Right,
on?
so that's back.
Marathi's climb to power and screwing over
But
the
like what did she do? Like, like what did she do that was so great?
Alariel?
Like yeah.
Oh, she I think she released Balthanos. No, not Balthanos. The Kurnos boy now.
Oh yeah. Whatever. But it's just I don't know. It's just like it's very like compared to that second edition, like
it's gotten less engaging and story driven each edition from
right.
yeah.
We just like we didn't talk about it a lot. Like like you knew what Nagash was doing with the upside down pyramid and everything, right?
Yep.
And like reverse, like that was a good story. That like it's just like and now we're playing like I don't know, like the whole what was it? The thing that brought on the endless spells and everything, right?
Oh yeah.
That was just I don't know. It was easier to key into that story, and then I just feel like they've just been jumping so fast from one thing to another that it seems like I haven't had time to even keep up. And I'm a guy who loves the lore, right? And I want to know the lore and everything, right?
Yeah.
That's what drives my desire to play games. And because it's just like it's like a Larios thing, but real quick, and now the rats blew everything up, and just forget about that. That's not really the thing that happened anymore. Now we're worried about rats.
Yeah, and
like.
I was going to say, the books that we get at the end of the edition that sets up the next one are great. But I don't want them just at the end of the edition. And I know, like, yeah, occasionally they're like, okay, we got that the one narrative book where it talks about the collapse of the Phoenix and how the twins escape with it, and that's probably setting up Tyrion's arrival. Like, sure, but like, or no, that was part of that same story. Which edition did we get? We got like a middle. That was third. That was the the all points one.
Yeah.
Never mind. That was like a little mini one. Yeah, but yeah, we haven't got one for this edition yet. But that wasn't enough in that edition. It was a good book, and I loved it. I'm like, great, we got some movement, but
it's just, hey, here's some battles, right? Like it didn't lead up to anything, or if it did lead up to like they scorched the sky, and now all of a sudden the Stormcast can't get back to Azir.
Oh, Stormcast just got better. Don't worry about it.
And then like, oh, we just made some better armor, so that story like didn't matter really.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's set up to be a great story, and then you go, oh, they just did that so people will buy the new models.
Yeah.
That's all that clearly was.
Like, guys, I can't get behind this. Like
if you're in the old armor, you're sucked up. You're in chaos now. Bye.
Like,
what? No.
And individually taken as an individual thing, right? Okay, this is kind of cool, but not as like an overarching story. Nothing fits together. Like, I feel like it's so loose. Yeah. It's like,
and there's the constant thing too. Like, I mean, anybody out there that is, I guess, a functioning adult or functioning enough to have to deal with just, I guess, a normal job, you have those people, and you have to tell them, if everything's an emergency, nothing's an emergency.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
That's every single thing happening is some cataclysmic thing. Like, no, I like the Gotrek. That's why the Gotrek novels are pretty good. It might affect one city at most.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool, exactly. That's great.
And it's like when you play that video game, right? And you're the hero, and like there's like you're the guy who saves the world always, right? It's like, really? Is every story have to be like this? Actually, like you're the guy, you're the one guy who could do it, kind of thing. Like, why don't we just like, maybe you're just a bro who needs to go like rescue his family.
Well, it's not.
Does it have to be the world ending? Like
it's not even that, because I play MMO Final Fantasy 14, and you are the hero of light. You have saved multiple realities at this point, and it's a great story. I love it. The latest expansion, you take a back seat to someone else's story, which was novel for a while, because like there's always be like something that pops up, because like there'd be something happening like where they have turmoil, and it's just like, hey, I can end this in 2 seconds if you just let me use my fists and punch. But like, you're always kind of like held back, and it's like, that's fine. However, in that setting, it's novel for a while, but it had stretched out too long. Like, I don't care about those new characters now. Let me just be the badass I want to be, because I'm still doing it in the background anyway. A video game, it's a little different. Whereas here, I don't need every story to be about what Sigmar and Ilariel and Croak and Kragnos are doing. You can make up some Joe Schmo, and you don't need to make a model. It's like, here's random Witch Elf 8. Yeah. Here is her story. It may never even leave the Cainite cult she's within. She may never leave a 10-mile radius, and it could be a good story if it's written well.
And I get they're trying to make reasons for everybody to fight, right? I get that that's what they're trying to do,
Well, okay, but, no, they're not, because they make us stand on circles, which is not always fighting.
That's true. That is true. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, it's like, you just got to give me something that I can kind of sink my teeth into for a little while. And I don't know. It's something I haven't seen before too. Like, yeah, sure. I haven't seen this radicalism. I don't like the idea. It's fine. It is what happened.
I don't mind it, but
we've been sitting on the realm of shadow, which we've not even like explored except for like a couple brief stories.
Yeah.
With the coming of Marathi and everything else. But that's like the smallest little point. Put me into like, stop sending me back to Gur. I don't want to be there anymore. Okay.
It sucks.
And why did Ilariel's like whatever ritual affect Gur more than affected the realm of life?
Well, see that's an interesting thing, because it's like, okay, the realms are still connected. That's a cool concept that you could explore if you chose to. I do like the radicalism because it's an interesting thing. It would be more interesting if, Ghyran crashed into Gur. That would be amazing to see what happened. But also, too, like, technically, Skaven Blight is its own realm of sorts. It's a sub-realm, but it crashed into
Mm.
Akshi. But we haven't seen how that's really had a repercussion other than there's just rats everywhere. Cool.
Right.
There was already rats everywhere anyway. They could tunnel wherever they want. Why did they need to exist here?
That's one of the things I hate about the Skaven story. And like, I'm not a Skaven fan. Okay,
That's
guys. All right, I'm not. But it just always seems like, hey, lots of rats.
Yeah.
The end times. What happened? Hey, lots of rats.
See, but
We need something.
if
like,
you are a
yeah,
Skaven
how are we gonna blow this up? Lots of rats. You know.
if you are a Skaven fan, that's all you want. You're fine. You're happy and peace with that. But like, I want to see what happens with lots of rats. I want to see what happened in Har Koran when the radicalism happened. We see the one shot where they're looking out from Anvilgard, not Anvilgard. Ham. What was the main city? The twin city.
Hammerhall.
Hammerhall. Yes. But Anvilgard just sitting there silently. They're like, whatever. We're just doing Canite shit. I'm like, that's fine, but you didn't look over and be like, the hell is that? And then go back to your business? Like, come on.
Yeah. Maybe Alariel will develop a race of cat people, and the cats will take care of the rats. That seems like the solution to me.
That's true.
I don't know. It works in my house anyway.
All right, well then, but then we have destruction. They're like, that's some cats. What do we do? We need big dogs. They start bringing big dogs. Orcs start riding big dogs. It's gonna be great.
Now this I can get behind.
Yeah. Then the ogres are like, this is some big dogs. How do we get rid of them? We need bigger cannons. All right, let's.
That's right.
And the KO are like, we're going back to this guy. Screw this nonsense.
Unbelievable.
All right. Well, anyway, Old World, you keep doing what you're doing. We love you. Sigmar, please give us some story. We love you.
Yeah.
But man,
Sigmar, push forward. Give us the cat people we desire, and let's
yes, give us and
let's
you know what?
do the story past the rats.
You know what? I give us what we really want. We want the kawaii cat girl army. I want to be measuring my charge distance, and I want to be going in with my woo punches, and I just fuck it, let's go. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed this episode more, and that Neil's back. Seemed happier. Neil's the source of joy in my life.
We laughed, we cried.
Yeah, we laughed, we cried. We made fun of Warhammer, but we love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Neil. Also, at the end here, thank you for being here for 150 episodes.
This is 150 now.
We're 150 with this episode.
I remember 100 not too long ago.
I know. But yeah, you've been here for the lion's share of it for sure. So thank you for being my co-host in this nonsense. Yeah, that's it. Have a good week, everybody.
Yep. See you next time.